Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Last time we discussed about the personal selling. We will quickly have a review of personal selling. What is personal selling? Okay. Now, definition of personal selling by William Stanton and Walker. Personal selling is a personal communication of information to persuade somebody to buy something. Personal selling, according to Mahoney and Sloan, personal selling is the personal communication between a salesperson and a potential customers or a group of customers. Now, function of personal selling. You understood what is personal selling? Yes? Hello? 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 Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. You understood now personal selling. What is personal selling? It is a face-to-face interaction. Okay. That the salesperson tried to pursue the or convince the customers to buy the product. Next is the function of personal selling. It is a two-way communication. Okay. Next is it involves presentation and persuasion. It is a flexible tools, development and long-term relationship. Okay. Quick solution of queries and customer confidence. Okay. Your two-way communication is what actually? It is the best tool for a two-way communication. Salesperson can provide information to the customer about the product and also can collect information. He knows the problems of the customer by asking him. That is the two-way communication. It involves presentation and persuasion. Okay, so your salesperson tried to present his product to the customers. Okay, by having various skills. Next, it is a flexible tools. Your personal selling is more flexible than other promotional tools. So salesperson can see their customer's reaction to a particular sales, and then accordingly he will try to adjust the situation. Next is the development of long-term relationship. He will have a long-term relationship with the customers by having a good communication with the customers, by solving the problems of the customers. He will try to have a good relationship with the customers, long-term relationship. Now, quick solution of queries. Here the prospectus buyers can make inquiries regarding the product. The salesman gives the answer quickly. He responds to their complaints or their problems and clear their doubts. That is a quick solution to of queries. Customer confidence. By systematic sales talks and presentation, a capable salesman can remove all doubts. Okay. Objection and misunderstood and can win customers' confidence. He clears the doubts of the customer. He educates the customers. Okay, so that the customers becomes confidence in buying that product. Next, importance to the businessman or company. What are the benefits for the company of this personal selling? Effective promotional tools. The personal selling is an effective promotional tools in the hands for business for increasing the sales. Okay. Next, flexible tools. Personal selling is the most flexible tools of promotion. Sales presentation is adjusted according to the requirement of the customers. Next, customers attention. It draws the customers' attention. Okay, by showing them the product catalog or the samples. Okay, all these things and giving the presentation. So this attract the customer's attention. Lasting relationship. Where the personal selling aims at developing a good and long-term relationship between salesperson and customers to increase the sales. Okay, it is a long-term relationship between the customers and the salesperson, even after leaving the job. Next, importance to the customers. Importance of personal selling to the customer. What is that? Helps in identifying the needs. Here the customers can identify the needs. Okay. Next, latest markets information. Under personal selling, the customers are provided with information regarding availability or shortage of product or introduction of new products. Next, detailed promotion. Yes, it can clear the doubts of the customers, how it works. Okay, expert advice and guidance can be provided to the customers. Yeah, okay, while purchasing various goods and services. Now, difference between personal selling, salesmanship, and sales management. This we already discussed. Personal selling, it is the interaction of sales and by customers by having an interaction between them. Okay. Next, salesmanship is on the other hand is just an art of selling. It is he also try to convince the product, so customer to buy the product. Next, sales management. It is all about managing all the activities of Salesforce. Let it be the recruitment, selection, sales budget. Okay, training, motivating, compensation, sales forecasting. All this comes under this Salesforce, and they are managing the sales. All these activities. That is a sales management. Now, next is the types of salesperson, which we have discussed. Order takers, or order creators, and order getters. Okay, order takers. What are they? They are the booking the orders on the phones or okay, other things. Next, they do not try to convince the customers to buy the product. Here also same way. Order creator means what actually here? They are giving the education about the product. They are giving knowledge about the product to the customer, but they are not persuading the customer to buy that product. For them, that customers, okay, so they are not convincing the customer to buy the products. For example, here a salesperson from a book publisher calls a professor, urging them to use a certain books, but the actual buyers are the students who buy and use the books. Here, professor tells the student to buy that book. Okay, so here, salesperson, educated professor. Yes, we are having such types of books. You can tell them the student to buy their products, books. Same way, MR. They are approaching the doctors, and doctors advise the patient to buy their drugs. Okay, these are order creators. Next is a order getter. Order getter consists of those salesperson whose major objective is to pursue the customer to make a direct purchase. Now here the order getters are pursuing the okay, here they are convincing the customer. They will have a interaction with the customer. They will try to give the presentation about the product. They will try to convince and pursue the customers and try to convince them to buy the products. Okay, and try to close the sales. So these are the order creators, order taker, order creators, and order getters. Now, support sales staff, technical support sales staff, merchandiser, trade sales people, service sales people, service sales people. These are the support sales staff people. Now, next is a selling process. Now, another personal selling process, there are prospecting and qualifying, pre-approach, presentation and demonstration, follow-up and overcoming the objectives, closing the sales, follow-up and maintenance. Okay, prospecting actually here. Now we will go through this. Prospecting and person is a single person or the buyers organization. Okay, they are the customer actually prospect who has the potential to buy the goods or services. They have the money to buy the goods and services. Okay, now identification of this prospect, cold convincing, present satisfied customers, or the reference, telephone directory or mailing list, trade show and exhibition, bird dogs matters. Now, cold canvassing, here the salesperson goes door to door without taking the appointment. They will try to have an interaction with the customers, face to face interview with the customers and try to convince them without taking any appointment. If he had visited any customers, so he will in that specific area he will also try to visit other customers if they are having for his product. Okay, so he will directly do a cold calling. Next is the present satisfied customer. Here the customers who are satisfied with this organization, they will give the names of their friends. Okay, they will give the names of their friends whom they knows to the salesperson. Next is a telephone directory or mailing list. Here the prospect names can be generated through the telephone names or the on the internet or the yellow pages. Okay, or the just dials. Okay, from this all this the here the prospects details can be identified. Next is a trade show and exhibition. Trade show and exhibition. Here this is a very effective way to make personal contacts. Okay, they will have a face-to-face interaction in this trade show or exhibition. Okay, so here the customers can see the products also. They can see the demonstration also. So there will be a deal or between them, or okay, they will try to have a good relationship with the customers. Here they can generate the prospect in this trade show and exhibition. Now, bird dogs method. Bird dogs method is a name given to the persons who visit their houses at a definite interval. We have milkmen, water meter readers. Okay, milk, newspapers, so on. So these are the prospect. Now, how the prospectors are qualified? This will go through this qualifying prospect. Once the salesperson has identified the potential customers, he or she must qualify them to determine if they are valid prospect or not. Now, for this, there are hot prospect, warm prospect, and cool prospect. What is the hot prospect? Here, the hot prospect are those who are having the huge requirement, okay, for the product, as well as they are financially sound. They are financially sound, means here there are requirement are huge as well as they are financially sound. So these are the hot prospect, you can see. Now these types of prospects are given to the salesperson, industrial salesperson. Okay, now warm prospect. Warm prospect means was actually here the prospectors are having the medium requirement. Let it be they are financially sound or they are not. Okay, let it be they are financially sound, but their requirement are medium. So these types of persons are given to the these types of customers prospect or the prospects are given to the handle over to the telemarketers. Okay, and next one is the cool prospectors. Here the cool prospectors are those who are whose requirement are very low. Okay, so here the prospect or the customers are those whose requirement are very low. Okay, as well as they are financially sound or they are not financially sound, but their requirement are very low. That's why they are these types of customers are given to the are hand over to the distributors. Okay, so these are the prospects and prospecting and qualifying. Okay, now pre-approach. Pre-approach means what actually here? Yeah, pre-approach means what actually here? Here, this salesperson will get the information about the prospect. Okay, it is based on before the approaching the customers, he will have he will gather the information. That is information gathering, and next one is a sales planning. He will do a sales planning. Means information, what types of information he will have. He will have the name of the from the net or from the internet or from the yellow pages or from the Okay, from the directory, just dial. He will try to have a information about the customers, the name of the customers, when they whether they like what they are manufacturing, what is the okay, what they are manufacturing, uh, year of establishment. Okay, so all this he will gather the information about the customers, their financial condition. So this information he will try to gather the from the internet or from the yellow pages or from other things, okay, from the magazines. Next is a sales planning. Sales planning means with what actually he try to uh, do the sales planning, okay, sales strategy before approaching the customers, when to whom to approach, when to approach, how to approach, okay, these types of sales planning he will do, on which day we should approach, okay, he will do this in advance before approaching the customers. Now approach. After doing the sales planning and gathering the information, he will now approach the customers. Okay, this is the first time he will try to approach the customers. So this is here there will be the he will for the first time he will be approaching. So it will either make or this make the sale, or it will either break the sales. So here he must be very cautious about the salesperson. His dress should be good. Okay, his communication should be good. Okay, so here the first time he will have the interaction between with the customers. Now, what are the methods of the approach? Introductory approach, question approach, benefit approach, product approach, complement approach. Okay, now one by one we'll go through this. Introductory approach. Introductory approach means what actually here? Here he will describe his names, his company's name, hands over them a business card or visiting card to the prospect in the introductory approach. Okay, by saying good morning and direct, then he will try to describe his profile. Okay, next is a question approach. He will try to ask them the questions. Okay, he will try to ask them the question so that he will come to know what is the problems of the customer, what is actually what they need the, okay, for what purpose they need the products. Okay, it is a two-way communication. So he start asking the question so that he will come to know their needs. Next is the benefit. Next is the product approach. Now here he will try to explain, give the presentation about the product. He will carry the product sample. Okay, he will carry the product samples, or he will show them the product catalogs or the CD and give them the presentation about the products. Next is the benefit approach. Benefit approach means what actually? After presentation, he will try to give the benefits, what that product will give the benefit to them by showing them the demonstration, other things. Okay, how that problems can be solved, how that product will give them a benefit by giving them the presentation about, okay, about telling the features, advantages. Okay, how it will give them the benefits. Next is a complement approach. After having the presentation and demonstration and giving the benefits about the presenting the benefits about the product, they will have the complement approach. Okay, he will say your praise. Okay, compliment praise. Everyone like being complimented. He will give them the complimentation. Sincere and specific compliments by the salesperson influences prospect attention. Okay, there will be a smile. They will be happy with your by talking with you. Okay, by a pleasant talking with you. Okay, your dress is very nice. Your office is very nice. By saying them pleasant, they will be happy, so that they can approach you for your products. Okay, next is a after approaching, next is a presentation and demonstration. Now presentation after this is the presentation methods, sales presentation methods. Sales presentation method under sales presentation method, there is a stimulus response method, formula method, need satisfaction methods. Okay, need satisfaction methods. Now, stimulus response method. These types of here the salesperson. These types of salespeople, without understanding the needs of the customer, they will try to directly present to the customer. Here they are having the good knowledge about the product, but without listening the needs of the customer, without getting the listening the needs of the customer, without having the problems of the customer, they will directly try to give the presentation about their product without understanding what the customers wants. Okay, so this is a stimulus response method. Actually, this stimulus response method are for the new salesperson. Okay, these are for the new salespersons. This method, stimulus response method, or a new salesperson, sales training, all these methods are there. Now, next is a formula method. Now, formula method means what? Here under formula method there is AIDA. That is 4 stages are there. AIDA. AIDA means what actually here? Attention, interest, okay, desire and action. Okay, attention, interest, desire and action. So here first one is the attention. He will try to attract the customer by having a favorable speech about their prospects, okay, their business, other things, so that they can have a favorable communication with him. Okay, so this is a attention method actually. Okay, next is the interest. Now by here the salesperson carries sales samples, some the industrial salesperson or the salesperson here they mostly carry this catalog or the product catalog or the samples they are having, okay, or the CD, so that it will be interested for the customers to know what is the to know about the products. Okay, he can show them the product catalog. By showing them the product catalog, they can see how the product is. Okay, and then start he can give the presentation about the products. Okay, this is the interest. He will start asking them the question by showing them the samples, the product catalogs and other things. Okay, next is the desire. Desire means what actually here? Here in the interest, what he has said, he had given the presentation. Now in the desire, he will try to have a demonstration about the product. Okay, or the presentation about the product or the demonstration about the product, how it actually work. Okay, by showing them the product or on the catalogs, how it works, what benefit it will give them, all these things. Next is the need satisfaction method. This need satisfaction method can be can be done by a 3-way. Okay, features, FAB, that is the features, advantages and benefits. Okay, features, advantages and benefits. What is this features? He will try to give the presentation by having by describing the features or the attributes or the characteristic of the products, services. Okay, about the product. Next is the advantages. What are the advantages of that features? After presenting the features or the characteristic or the attributes of the product, he will try to present them the advantages of that features, other things, and then what these features and advantage will give the benefits to these customers. He will try to explain them. Okay, for examples, already I discussed fan or the fan has 2 ball bearing, which these are the features. Next is he will try to explain them the advantages of the feature. That advantages means what actually he explained them the advantages of that features. That is the two ball bearing, so it makes hardly any noise. After having these advantages, they will try to have a present them the benefit. What benefit they will get from these features and advantages. Okay, you can carry it anywhere. That is FAB, or the electric motors. You can take the examples of electric motors. You can take the examples of AC. You can take the examples of vacuum cleaners. Okay, you can take the examples of washing machine. So this or the mobile phones. Okay, so these are the need satisfaction methods. Next is the demonstration. After having the presentation, here the sales person will try to demonstrate them. That is, here it clears the doubt of the customers. Okay, they can actually see that customer products, how it works. Okay, so it clears the doubts of the customers. It clears the doubts of the customer. Next is a now they think after having a demonstration, they think that they can purchase the product. Okay, they can purchase the right product instead of buying the wrong product after demonstration. They become confident in buying that product after demonstration. Next is objection handling. Objection handling. Here the prospectors will raise some question. So your salesperson should not run away from that objection, from that question. He will try to handle this question. Okay. Now here they can ask any question on the price of the product or the quality of the product or the design of the product. Any question that can raised. You can see here objection on price, objection on quality, objection on payment, or objection on delivery services. So here you have to handle it carefully. The salesperson have to handle it carefully. Okay, here the salesperson can have to solve this. If they will raise the objection on price, you have to the salesperson have to handle it properly. Okay, why the product price of the product is very high. Okay, they can ask they can raise the objection on quality also. The quality of your product are not that much good as compared to other competitors. He had already used that products, so he will take the tell the reference of the friends that the friends are already used the products and they had complaints about your product quality. They can raise it like these types of questions. Same way on the price also. So the salesperson focus on the quality of the product. Okay, by handling the price question raising. Next is the same way on objection on payment. Also there you have to handle it carefully. Some want the credit, but it depends on your organization how the salesperson can handle. Some organization will have a CODs. Some organization will take the payment 50% payment in advance or and 50% on COD basis. Some may give that credit of 15 days or 30 days. It depends on the organization. So objection on the payments, how they handle it. Next is the service also. Service delivery. It depends on the products, how you deliver the product. Okay. Service delivery services, how you give these services to the customer. Some customer want within a 5 or 6 days. Can it be possible for you to give them deliver them the product in 5 or 6 days? You have to able to answer them the question. Okay, why you cannot deliver them the product within 5 or 6 days? Okay, so all these doubts you have to clear them. Okay, after having a objections, after handling the objection, next comes he will try to have a close. He will try to close the sales. Okay, here he will try to close the sales. Now there are types of closing techniques. Okay, this is the last stage and the most crucial stage of for a salesman. Okay, now here before closing the sales, he should look also back that whether he had given the good presentation or not, whether he has raised the problems of the question, okay, objection very carefully or not. If he had not raised the given the answers properly, then he should again go back to the presentation, okay, instead of closing the sale. If he had given handled the customer, he had given the good presentation, he had handled the customer's query, then only he can try to have a close sale. Okay, now here there are different types of close sales techniques are there. Alternative close, minor point close, then account or T account or balance sheet. Okay, so here there are different methods are there. Now, alternative methods. Alternative methods are providing alternative to close the deal is one of the best methods. The salesperson will give alternatives regards to product like payment on cash or credit, red or yellow product colors. Now it might be happening that you might have gone to the retail outlet, let it be the automobile or the electronics products. For example, automobile, you might have seen the different types of model. So he will give you the suggestion from this which of these product you had like you like this. I think so based on the your interest, they will try to have a close sale. Okay, by showing them the 3 or 4 models. Okay, he will raise these types of alternative. I think this model will benefit, will suit you. He will try to, you should purchase this product. Okay, he will try to have a close sale by having giving them the option from the 2-3 model or 3-4 model. Okay, next is the minor points. Minor points by this method is the salesperson can clearly lead to into decision to buy, whether the salesperson will buy or not buy the products. Okay, by having asking them the question, how soon will you buy, like to buy the product, when you want to eat, how we will deliver you, okay, how you will pay for that. Okay, these types of question he will try to have it by asking this question. The salesperson, sorry, the customer will try to answer this. So due to this, by having this, he can close the sales. As well as there is the assumption to close also. There is the assumption to close means what? He will have an assumption by saying that when do you want a delivery? Okay, this prospect will give them the answers. Next is the T account. T account or balance sheet. Some salesperson or day-to-day salesperson, they will have a they will try to present them the customers by taking a piece of paper and draw a large T on it. On left side, he will give the presentation about the product, and on right side, he will try that is the assets, positive things about the customer, and on the right side, he will have a somewhat negative things, but he will not have try to explain that. Okay, so he will try to have a T shape on okay, well, on the left side he will give the presentation about the customer, sorry, about the product. That is time saving, its features, its time saving, it's then about the payment, about the service, about the delivery, other things, good things. He will try to explain them based on this T account or the balance sheet. Okay, so like this he will try to close the sales. Next is gift close also. The salesperson will provide a gift or the incentives to induce the prospect to purchase decision. Or it may happen that he will try to say them that the scheme are only for 2 or 3 days. Immediately purchase this. After then, after 2-3 days, this scheme will be okay, will be closed. So you try to close the purchase the products. He will try to say this by closing the sale. So these are the closing methods: alternate to close, minor point close, T account or planning sheet close, or the RSM to close, or the gift close. These are the techniques of closing. Next is the after sales services or follow up. This is the last methods in the process, personal selling process. Okay. After taking the orders. Okay. After taking the order, in this, try what is closing the sale. He will take the order by having a various techniques. Now, after closing the sales, he will take the orders and he will check the details about the product. Sorry, about the customers, whether the customer name of the customers, how much quantity they want, what is the delivery time, what is the payment, okay, payment terms, when they want the delivery, all these things he will go through this. Okay. And then, okay, after having this, the products are delivered to the customers, and after delivering that product, he will try to have a follow up with them by asking them the question about the product, whether they are satisfied with that products or not, whether they are satisfied with the delivery. All these things he will try to approach after taking the orders. That is purchase order. After purchase order, he will see the details of the customers under purchase order. And after delivering the product, he will take the feedback from the customers about the product, about the delivery, other things, so that they can have a this resale, what we say, repeat purchasing. They can have a repeat purchasing by having a good relationship with the customer. Okay, so these are the personal selling process. Okay, any doubts about personal selling process? Prospecting and qualifying, approach, presentation and demonstration, overcoming the objective, closing the sales, follow-up and maintenance. Follow-up and maintenance, or the follow-up and after sales services. That is feedback. After sales services, follow. Next, we will go for recruitment. Just a minute, I will. Hello. Yeah, you can see the PPT. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we have already discussed about the personal selling process. Now this is the recruitment. We'll discuss on recruitment and selection. Okay. Now, what is the meaning of the recruitment actually? What is recruitment? Recruitment in the process of attracting prospective employee and encouraging them to apply for the jobs in an organization. So recruitment is actually a process of creating a large pool of applicants for a specific job position. Okay. So they are pulling the people, the candidates, to apply for the job in an organization. Now here, no. It determines present and future sales manpower requirement, both in terms of quantity and quality, manpower planning and job analysis, as well as it describes, explain to the prospective sales employees the nature of the job, the skills, and qualification required so that the people who are selected do not exit the organization because of mismatch between the persons and job. So here recruitment is there. They are recruiting this on net, on the newspaper. Yeah. So here recruitment, it is a process of attracting the customers towards the organization. Okay, for specific job. For the fresher, for the experienced person, they are try to attract these types of these types of people for the organization. Next is now here there are sources of recruitment, internal sources as well as external sources. Internal sources, that is within the company. Here they will try to recruit directly within the company, as well as the external sources outside the company. Okay, internal sources. The internal sources, this includes persons who are already employed in an organization. In case of a job opening or the vacancy arises, the employees in the organization may be promoted. Okay, may be transferred or demoted. Okay, there is a demotion also. Internal sources. Okay, so one by one we'll go through this. There are internal sources. One by one we'll go through this. In the internal sources, company sales personnel, company executive, internal transfer, past applicant. Okay, company sales personnel, company executive, internal transfers, and past applicant. One by one we'll go through this. Internal sources. Under this, what is the company sales personnel? Company sales personnel, what they are doing? They are giving the information about the vacancy to their friends. They will give the or the relatives and acquaintance of company sales personnel apply for the sales job. Okay. Next is the recommendation made by the company sales personnel already working in the organization. Serve as an important source and reference check for such people can be easily conducted. Okay. Company sales personnel. Next is a company's executive. Here recommendation made by executive of the company which are at high position also serve as an important sources. Okay. Here they can also give the information about the vacancy. Okay. Of that particular job. Next is about that particular position. Next is the internal transfer. People working in other department or the people at other administrative position may be transferred. Okay. The transfers of the people can be done. Okay. If somebody are working in Pune, the transfer can be in other cities. Their transfer can be done, or okay, that can be happens. Or somebody working in Maharashtra, their transfer can be done in other states. After that, past applicants. Past applicants is what actually? The pool of applicants which were prepared in past recruitment drives can also be utilized for screening out application for various sales job position in the organization. Okay. So these are the internal sources of the company, of the organization. Okay. Next one is what are the advantages of internal sources of recruitment? It is less costly in terms of time and money. Okay, because it is internally done. The information is internally done, so it is less costly in terms of time and money. Familiarity of the HR department. and the marketing and sales department with the candidates, and that of candidates with the company can be beneficial. Okay, familiarity of the HR department, marketing department, and sales department with the candidate, and that of the candidates with the company can be beneficial. Next is the company's policy on recruiting from within via promotion and transfer can enhance employees' motivation and job satisfaction. Okay, and provide a boost to their morale. It can also lead to organizational commitment. Okay, so these are the advantages of the internal sources. Next is the disadvantages also. There are disadvantages also. What is that? No infusion of fresh bloods leads to dearth of creativity and innovative ideas. No infusion of fresh bloods means what actually? Because here this salesperson, it's not salesperson. Here the people already working in this organization, so they know the atmosphere of the organization. They know the environment of the uh, organization. So they may not be energetic, that much energetic, because they know the head and tails of the organization. How is their boss? How is their seniors? How it is working? So they know the head and tails of their organization. So it may happen that they may not be energetic. That is why no infusion of fresh bloods. Next is that people may compete amongst themselves for the same job opening. This could lead to an unhealthy climate in the organization. Yes, it can happen that people may compete among themselves in the organization. So this may, instead of having a motivation, they can have a unhealthy climate in the organizations. Okay. Just a minute. Hello. Yeah. So we have discussed about the internal sources of recruitment. We have discussed about the internal sources of recruitment. What is the recruitment? What is the internal sources of recruitment? Okay. What are the methods for internal sources? Company sales personnel are there, company executives are there, internal transfers are there, past applicants are there. Okay. As well as we have discussed about the advantages of internal sources of recruitment, as well as the disadvantages of internal sources of recruitment. So these are the internal sources of recruitment. Okay. Any doubts over this? Shall we move? Next is a external sources. External sources. What is that external sources? What is the external sources? After having the internal sources, yeah, the company will try to have a external sources. Now they will try to have give the advertisement on the newspaper. Okay, they will try to give the advertisement on the net. They will try to give the advertisement, okay, on other various social media. So that is the external sources of recruitments. Under this, there is unsolicited application, advertisement, job sites and internet, consultant, customers, competitors, and campus placement. Okay. Now one by one, we'll go through this. Well, first one is unsolicited application. The unsolicited applications, that is walk-in interview or as well as write-ins or online application received by the company in the past can be used as a source of recruitments. Okay, so here the company give the advertisement on the on the internet or on the newspaper. So here there will be a walking interview for that that particular position. Okay, that is the unsolicited application. Next is such peoples might be given a preferences as well as they have already shown their inclination towards the company's advertisement company. Okay, such people might be given a preferences as well as they have already shown their inclination towards the company. Next is the advertisement. Advertisements in the leading newspapers, journals, magazine, radio, televisions, online. Here there is order to attract the applicants. Okay. Next is the job sites and internet. You already know job sites and internet. Naukri.com, job seekers. Okay, LinkedIn. These types of you can have a you can search on this. Okay, whether there is vacancy or not for the any organization. Next is a consultant. Consultancy can also be also gives a can also be contacted. Okay, they are having the information about the companies. Okay, whether there is any vacancy or not. So through consultancy also you can go through this. Okay. Next is the customers. Yes, customers also gives the might also recommend the employees working in their company. Okay, because they are handling other competitors products also, so they might recommend the employees working in their company. Okay, who have reached the maximum potential line in their jobs and are looking for further options. Next is the competitors. Okay, competitors. The employees working in both competitors or non-competitor companies can be contacted. Yeah, the company's employee can also be recruited. Okay, because he is having a good knowledge about the markets, he is having the knowledge about the products, so they can also be contacted. They can also be approached. Next is most of them, the time-based performance of competitors are stimulated to join at higher salaries, better perks, and higher position. Okay, the competitors are having employees are having a good knowledge about the product, about the market, so they will try to have a join the organization at higher salaries, at higher position, better perks. Okay, as well as campus placement is also there. Campus placement, there the companies visit the educational institutes and try to hire the candidates. So these are the external sources. Other things we'll discuss in next session. Okay, so today we are discuss about a personal selling as well as recruitment internal sources. Okay, its advantages and disadvantages. Okay, so here we'll end the session today. Now other remaining things we'll discuss in the next session. Okay, bye.
Thank you, sir.